What's up, guys? It's First Period Sci-Fi and Fantasy on Monday. We have something for today, and then we're going to talk about the rest of the quarter. Don't worry, I'll try to make this video quick. So today I'm going to post part 3 of the questions on this documentary. We watched a documentary called Comic Book Superheroes Unmasked. If you were in the room, we finished it last time. If you're at home, maybe you finished it 2 weeks ago, maybe you, well, wait, not 2 weeks, but a while, or maybe you can sit down and do the whole thing right now, whatever works. But I posted some questions over the beginning section and in the middle, and then this one today will be the end. And remember, those are counted as assessments. They're small, they're only 10 each, but they are counted as assessments, so they will make a nice contribution to your grade. And most of them are good. I haven't put it in the grade book, but just looking at it, people are doing fine. Everybody who tries is getting like 8 or 9 or 10 on each one. So I'll post the third and final part of that today. And then we're basically going to have one more thing for the end of the quarter. I'm going to post something next time that is introducing our final idea that's really including all the previous ones. And it's going to say this. It's going to say, hey, we're going to look at differences whenever a story is adapted from one medium to another. So we've seen a lot of stuff in here that are stories that have been made into movies, or comic books that have been made into video games, which a lot of you guys chose when we did our project early on. I let you choose whatever, and a lot of people did like, oh, the Spider-Man video game or something like that. So we're going to look at examples of when something has been adapted from one medium to another and how that changed the way they depicted it. So for example, early in the quarter, we had this story that we read called They're Made Out of Meat. And if you remember, it was 100% dialogue. It was all in quotation marks, and it was these two aliens talking to each other, and they were talking about humans. And so we could see, oh, they think humans are weird, which means they're different, right? We don't know how, because it doesn't have a narrator that describes it. And so when they're thinking, oh, these humans are made out of meat, they don't have any plasma waves. They don't exist on a other plane or whatever. So we can assume these aliens do, but it's all in our minds. And then I gave you a link to a short film that was a video depiction of it. And that's going to be different because you have to choose, what do they look like? What do they sound like? They made them just played by regular actors, humans, because obviously that allows you to get all the benefits of showing somebody's face and seeing their emotions and having all the sort of benefits of an actor. But it means that they don't look crazy. They don't look like weird cosmic squids or whatever you might have imagined. So you lose some, you gain some. And of course, the movie also has other things like music, and when the color changes, it affects the mood and things like that. One is not better than the other, but it's interesting to see. By the way, I thought this was funny. When I made this YouTube video, it was just like, showing what we did that day. But the guy who directed that short film commented on it. I guess he just logs in every once in a while and Googles the title, and he's like, hope it went well. So that's kind of funny. And that's what I'm going to ask you guys to look at, is pick an example of something that has changed when a story has been adapted from one medium to another. You might think about The Wizard of Oz. Okay, The Wizard of Oz was a book, and in the book, the magical item, the thing that let you transport back to your home were called the Silver Shoes. And in the movie, once they came up with a plan and once they decided what they were going to do, they realized, well, our whole thing is going to be the colors. Where this was in the early days of, color technology in film, and they wanted it to be a big contrast. At home, everything is black and white, or it's the sepia tone, and then when you go to Oz, everything is gold, green, purple, crazy stuff. So they thought, well, I mean, if we have silver shoes, that's basically black and white. That's not really special. So they changed it to the ruby slippers, which looked awesome, and it stood out, and it sounded fine, and it did the same job. But they wanted to take advantage of the benefits they had. If it was silver, it would be like, that kind of fits with the black and white home stuff. So the ruby slippers did a better job of that. It could be something in that vein where they have to choose a color, they have to change the visuals. It could be something with sound. Okay, it could be something with, if you're going from a non-interactive version to an interactive one, if you're making a game, well, then it becomes different because it's the player making a choice instead of the character. And you might have different paths or something like that. So I'm not going to post multiple assignments in one day. Today is the one about the video, and the next time I'll post this, which is going to be the start of our final unit. And we'll do one little warm-up assignment, and then we'll do one big one that's the assessment, where we're thinking about that. So if you want to prepare, you might think of, okay, what are some stories I know that changed in one form to another? It could be good, where you thought, hey, that was a clever idea, or it could be something you hate, where you think, oh, they ruined it when they made the movie of this book I like, or whatever. As long as you're willing to think about, analyze, have a little empathy for why they chose the things they chose, even if you don't like it. So that's the plan. Today I'll post the last part of the video. Next time I'll post the final thing, and we'll have a week or two to do it, and then we'll have a week after to kind of make sure we get everything polished in terms of the grades. Quarter 4, like I've said, we're going to read a couple longer things that are more than just short stories, and I'll give you one before the break. You can read it over the break if you want. You don't have to. See how it goes. Thanks.